there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, today we're talking love and marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we are talking because Stormy Steele had a Lovers and Friends Valentine's Gala last night that was invite-only, shade to the Scots, and we saw a familiar face. That is, you guys, Martell Holt. And it's getting a lot of backlash, right? And so here's the thing, because I want to, before we sound off the alarms and all these things, I need to say the following, right? I do not know for a fact whether or not Martell Holt is filming season 7. I don't, you guys. What I will say is, show enough, when we did the petitions to get her off of Love and Marriage Huntsville, was still doing lives saying that she was filming for the show, that she filmed for the Black with the QUE Expo that was in Huntsville last season, for her Show Enough potatoes and all of the things. And of course, Destiny tried to make it seem like she was still on the show and that she was still a part of the show, and also was filmed at some events as well, was even trying to get into fights, allegedly with the Fletchers to try to get camera time that was still cut from the tape. And then there's rumors that Destiny also was here. I didn't see her in any of the footage, but nonetheless, you guys, I can't sound off the alarm yet until I know for a fact Martell is going to be on for season 7. Just because the Love and Marriage Huntsville cameras were at this event, they have also been at plenty of events that, Show Enough, Phonics Unhooked, as well as Destiny have been in regular attendance of, and have not made it to the show, you guys. Now, they've appeared in flashback clips, but they haven't actually been on the show as an actual cast member receiving a check for the season. So I can't say whether or not Martell's going to be on. But what I will say is that Stormy's a hypocrite. And I will say that Stormy's a traitor. And I will say Stormy is no different than the Scots that she clearly has fallen out with, because they were nowhere to be found at this Lovers and Friends Gala, you guys. Because how can you on one end, claim to stand on business, claim to, be all these things, be an entrepreneur, your predominant customers of your body glaze and your Canvas Hair Kill Beauty hair growth serum and all of these things are primarily Black women. And to, prop up and still invite only somebody who literally was just arrested last month, for an outstanding warrant for sending harassing text messages and the revenge plea to Melody Cherie Rogers, his ex-wife. And how dare you attend Melody Cherie Rogers' event, with Carlos King's live podcast in Huntsville last month on the 21st to what, get screen time to make it look like things are on the up and up with you and Melody Cherie Rogers. So if you were there, you were also there when Melody Cherie Rogers was having a breakdown on stage because she felt she was not protected by the show. And she felt that this show in particular, these producers in particular, Carlos King, knew that Melody Cherie Rogers knew what she was going through, knew that this was too much with her filming with her unhinged ex-husband, who was always looking to provoke something out of her. And on top of this, regardless of whatever he is saying on camera, behind the scenes, he's doing all types of bipolar mess. So why, because this would never have happened on Bravo, where these housewives and their ex-husbands would be filming like this, they would shut that down. Because as far as Bravo's concerned, even if you were an entertaining husband, unless you guys are on good terms, there's no reason for them to film you. Right? Unless you come back and you bring, you get another wife or another girlfriend or whoever that's quote unquote reality TV worthy. But even then, they would at least try to separate the scenes so that you guys were not interacting.
right? But this is a whole new low in the event that if Martell actually does appear on season 7, I would have to say then I don't know who's worse, Mona Scott or Carlos King. But here's the thing, Carlos King is many things, but if he is really trying to, throw in the towel on Love and Marriage Huntsville season 7 before it even comes out, one way to do that is if Martell shows up anywhere in this trailer for season 7, if he shows up in any episode for season 7, and after sitting side by side, sitting, less than 6 feet away from Melody Cherie Rogers, and, watching her cry, watching how upset she was, and you not even leaning into it. You changing the subject to talk about other topics. You trying to, flip the narrative and all these other things. Instead of listening to what Melody Cherie Rogers is saying. And even Mel even called him out and said, listen, you were defending Martell into the depths, and then ultimately once he started to play you, once he started to bash you, now all of a sudden you want to start calling out messy comments and messy things. But does that necessarily mean that Martell is fired from Love and Marriage Huntsville? And furthermore, Melody Cherie Rogers said herself at this event that she wanted Martell gone. And Carlos King thought it was some type of achievement to have this volatile of, a relationship that Melody Cherie Rogers and Martell Holt currently has, that it's some type of achievement, accomplishment that they were filming together, that he was allowed to just show up wherever and whenever Melody Cherie Rogers had events to provoke her and provoke anybody else that was there. Also, who was at this event were the Fletchers, you guys, and not just the Fletchers as in Chris and Nell, but also so I saw some of the kids and all these things. I also saw Latrice Rogers, who is from the Bell Collective. I saw her, and I saw Selena Johnson, who, of course, from both the Bell Collective as well as Bring It from Lifetime, was also in attendance, you guys. But the pictures that I saw and the footage that I saw of Martell were specific to a artist that I've never heard of and a violin guy. In which in this picture, as you can see, Martell is holding a violin, right? So for me, my interpretation of that is that Martell is going to go to the opening of an envelope if it gives him some type of exposure. And it's very interesting of who he appeared in pictures and footage with, is what I'm going to say, right? But in particular, appearing specifically with an artist and with the violinist, I can't deduce from that means he's going to be on the show. What it means to me is these people know obviously who Martell Holt is, and we're not going to miss the opportunity to get a photo op with him. Is how I'm looking at this, right? Because I'm trying to listen. I cannot go off the rails and drag this the way that I want to without having absolute confirmation that Martell for sure is in fact going to be on season 7. But what I can call out is Stormy's hypocrisy. It's pretty obvious she has fallen out with most of the cast. It is pretty obvious, that pretty much she's primarily going to be filming, it looks like, with the Fletchers, and I presume Kiki in the event if Kiki is back, right? And that could be a surprise as well, right? Because that could be another thing, right? We haven't seen Kiki, so we haven't seen her showing up at any of these events, but everybody is under the assumption that she's more than likely going to be back in some capacity for season 7, right? And unless otherwise, something different's going to come down the pike. Now, we haven't seen her, and we know season 7 is currently filming. Does that mean she's not on the show? But because we see Martell, we're supposed to assume that he is on the show, even though we have seen Destiny and Shonuff appear on quite a few of these Huntsville events, looking for a moment, looking for an opportunity to get back on the show, and even going as far as to telling you guys that they're filming for the show. But their scenes are left on the cutting room floor, you guys. They are left on the cutting room floor, nowhere to be found in the actual episode. Literally, the camera is panning away, so you don't even know. There's like literally no trace of them there. So, and then I'm trying to figure out the theme of this thing, because there was like people dancing on poles, there was a violinist, there was somebody doing stuff with fire. I don't know if there was like a karaoke segment, but this is also like a part of a sponsor for Canvas Girl. It looks like everybody had some type of goodie bags, and drinks were named after some of Stormy Steele's Canvas Girl products and all of these things. So to me, it was just giving that this is something that Stormy needed to do for the show. This is something just Stormy just wanted to have a storyline, to just have something. But ultimately, what can I make of this? Right? What can I make of this with Martell? Right? And ultimately, I can't until I see a trailer, until I see an episode of season 7 to confirm for sure, or, either way, confirm that either Martell is fired or confirm that Martell is going to be back for season 7. But I just can't see, with all this backlash that is taking place, with these active cases that are going on, the psych eval, the arrest, all of these things that are taking place, potentially Martell losing custody of his kids, potentially, him, losing even more because he's in several violations of everything that was court ordered for him to do, that Carlos King is going to take a legal risk by having this liability still on the show. And not only taking a legal risk, but also taking a risk of really having the ratings plummet in the event Martell is in fact filming for season 7. If Carlos King really thinks that people are just going to tune in no matter what, he's got another thing coming, because the fans spoke out, and, as it pertained to Shonuff as well as Destiny. So if you think that, that wasn't anything, even though it ultimately led to them no longer being on the show, wait till you see the ratings if, in fact, Martell is anywhere near season 7, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Do you guys think that Martell is filming for season 7, or do you think he is pulling what Destiny and Shonuff is pulling, which is trying to show up at these events specifically that are going to be filmed for the show for Love and Marriage Huntsville, in hopes that they can still make it on camera and try to convince all of you that they still are a part of the show in some capacity? Or do you think Carlos King is, gatekeeping this and trying to, make this a big surprise, a big ta-da, Martell is in fact back? Please let me know what you think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.